This is a genuinely concerning situation, and I briefly touched upon it before in a separate video, but it seems to actually be getting worse. And I want to put the spotlight on it every time I see it to make sure it gets the word out there. Yeet on X says, some UK users on the YouTube subreddit are reporting that their VPNs are being detected and blocked by the platform. And this is the topic: is the internet is genuinely dead. I just got this for the first time. I live in the UK, so I don't want to submit ID. It is so sad that the internet has breached this level of privacy. It used to be a place where people who can't express their views in real life could express it on here. But now all of that is gone. It is no longer autonomous. We need a new autonomous space. And Dark said, they need to stop using YouTube then. YouTube can't take the revenue loss of an entire country no longer using YouTube. Easier said than done. The problem is the vast majority of people are bending the knee because they want to watch YouTube. So they're like, I guess I'll just trust my ID to them. Let me access it. Let me get through to it. This is crazy, though. I brought it up. This is the actual thread on Reddit. And they said, remember the people who said all this censorship wasn't a big deal because it only affects gooners? Big Brother is watching. Focus says, more like Google found a way to make more money by disabling VPNs. How many videos are affected? The whole website. I can't even open my favorite manga subreddit because of this BS. It wasn't even an 18 plus sub before. So I'm telling you guys, it's getting worse. People are actually being affected with VPNs and ISPs blocking them. The folks who use that logic are still using it now in a childish attempt to shut down any arguments against it. That or outright calling their opposition other things. This will allow YouTube to locate the best content is such BS. Strong Sandra said, this heavy reminds me of that one Gumball episode where Darwin became a dictator. So this is the conversation over this screenshot right here. This is very scary. I want to make sure we take a solid moment right now and recognize this screen showing up should never, ever, ever show up. Ever. This is crazy. And this is following up on the story that I talked about previously. My ISP has decided to block access to VPN sites. I'm so happy. Thanks for keeping me safe. This is from Keith. And by the way, people are asking, Keith, this is a follow-up to the story too, because they did not tell people what ISP they were using for safety reasons. They're not from the UK. This is such a stupid thing. It's easy to bypass, but it's not the point. And I remember when I covered this initially, I said, why does this person not tell people where they are? Because this is hurting their argument. They reached out to me privately. They told me where they are. And they explained why it would give things away immediately and let people know basically who they are. I was like, oh, gotcha. Okay. Back it off. That makes sense. Fair enough. I will trust you on this. So shout out to Keith for taking that step and being like, hey, just want to let you know, I watched your video and this is why, which was really, really cool for them to do that. But this doesn't end here. I would highly recommend checking out this video covering this entire thread because this thread is very scary. Okay. And I thought this was going to be like a one-off. I was hoping it was a one-off. We're seeing an increased frequency of this right now, which is a massive, massive concern, we'll just say. This comes to us from Tech Radar. They said Cloudflare cracks down on UK piracy and VPN users are getting caught in the crossfire. VPNs used to be the go-to solution to bypass ISP blocks, but Cloudflare just ramped things up. Cloudflare has started blocking many pirate domains for users in the UK, hundreds of illegal streaming sites could be affected. This is the first time that an entire internet intermediary has started blocking pirate sites in the UK. So if you think that this is just, he's making clickbait videos, or he's drama farming, or he's fishing for, this is scary shit. I don't know what to tell people. Like, holy shit. Here's the information. Multiple sources now reporting on it, saying this is happening with increased frequency. All I can do is tell people this is happening with increased frequency. It's concerning. I'm just being honest. Pirate streaming sites are already commonly blocked by most of the biggest internet service providers in the UK. However, those restrictions can often be bypassed by using one of the best VPN providers. Not this time. Using UK VPN endpoint still triggers the block, preventing the website from loading. Cloudflare blocked the websites due to a legal order, most likely issued by the Motion Picture Association. Oh, there's that name again. The MPA. This is reminding me of Napster and the music industry all over again. According to reports, up to 200 domains could be affected by this new block. Cloudflare, I can't even say fucking Cloudflare. Cloudflare blocks illegal streams in the UK for the first time. Cloudflare's block on pirate streaming websites in the UK appears to have come into effect just this month, but the legal case may have started as early as February 2024. Interesting. All these things are all happening at once. Even if they're over a year old, they're all starting to be pushed forward and enforced right now. Due to this block, users who try to visit pirate streaming sites are faced with an error. Cloudflare's error HTTP 451 is reserved for situations when a website is blocked due to legal reasons. Cloudflare doesn't appear to be a party in this conflict. As the Lumen database reveals, a private law firm delivered a court order to Google listing 14 websites, but Torrent Freak estimates that as many as 200 pirate domains could be affected. And they've listed them and targeted them all here, or a bunch of them at least. Many UK citizens already used to pirate streaming sites being blocked. ISPs such as BT, Virgin Media, and Sky usually carry out these blocks following court orders, which means that many users will never even see the error message from Cloudflare. Their ISPs will block the website from loading first. However, those blocks are easily bypassed with a VPN, which lets you keep your activities private. Here's where the massive concern comes in. Many users often connect a VPN server based in the same country to avoid high latency, but Cloudflare's involvement makes that impossible. If the ISP doesn't catch it, Cloudflare itself will. So now they have multiple barriers to prevent you from getting through. Cloudflare's block goes beyond what any ISP can place on any given website. As geo-blocking is being used, the websites are simply unavailable in the UK, point blank. For the first time, this means that using a virtual private network, or VPN, won't bypass these restrictions as long as the server is based in the UK. Although we're unable to test this ourselves, connecting a VPN based outside of the UK might still help circumvent these blocks. Keep in mind that this content is considered illegal, and TechRadar doesn't condone using VPNs to access pirated websites. I mean, illegal in whose eyes, by the way? Just saying. A rise in anti-piracy orders, which goes back to what I was talking about with all this all happening at one time. Cloudflare operates one of the fastest public DNS domain name systems resolvers in the world. It's responsible for connecting billions of users to their desired websites. And as such, it can also step in and block them from doing so before any network changing tool can interfere. This is why these blocks also affect VPN users. So the large government, the Illuminati, if you will, for layman's terms here, seems to have realized how to get to stopping stuff. Get to the one at the end of the road and stop it there before people can even get to it in the first place. Cloudflare. Everything goes through Cloudflare for the most part. Cloudflare previously criticized anti-piracy network blocking as ineffective and overreaching. Shout out to Cloudflare, by the way. The company had previously told TechRadar that network blocking is never going to be the solution. Cloudflare's vice president and global head of public policy, Alyssa Starzek, went as far as to say that such efforts have collateral effects and they're ruining the internet. Interesting. Cloudflare has even filed an appeal with the Spanish Constitutional Court earlier this year, attempting to combat IP blocking during La Liga football matches. DNS providers aren't the only ones being targeted in Europe as efforts to get rid of piracy continue. Canal Plus, a major French streaming provider, scored a legal victory in May when a landmark ruling ordered 5 popular VPN providers to block access to 200 plus illegal sports streaming sites. This, however, sparked questions about where the line between fighting piracy and censorship is really drawn. Yep. I am all for, by the way, if people want to sail the high seas and find what they want to find and deal with what that is, have at it. If you want to purchase a product outright and support base developers that you care about and want them to succeed, have at it. Welcome to the free market. Enjoy your stay here while it's still around, because as time goes by, certainly this shit feels like it's not going to be here for much longer. Because my goodness, the way the government's cracking down on this stuff, it's actually impressive, to the point of ISPs blocking VPNs and now Cloudflare giving errors 451s on top of that. What next? Where are they going to stop? This is insatiable. They will keep going until they control everything. That should scare everyone. I feel like people in the UK are upset, but like, what are they doing about it? Are they writing to the government? Are they saying we don't agree with this? Stop doing it? What is happening over there? Because the reason why I care, because I'm in America, is I worry that if this goes through over there, that eventually it's going to make its way over here. It's just a matter of time. Hopefully the Constitution protects us. But the Constitution was written before the internet was created. So I do wonder if people are going to start using that to push agendas and say the Constitution doesn't apply because it's different here. This is different. It is very concerning. I know their government won't listen to them. I know. It is which, by the way, like I said with Asmongold, he was right. If the government doesn't listen to the people will rise up. He's right. It's not a threat. That's like literally historically what has happened. Governments need to listen to the people, or else they're inviting a very challenging situation in their environment. But anyways, I'll leave that one there.